Well, hello again, everyone. Today I'm reviewing another cigar from Eric Espinosa. I've reviewed some of his before, and we're going to see a few of his over the coming weeks. He has a new factory in Esteli, the La Zona cigar factory. So, appropriately enough, we're going to review the La Zona Connecticut. This also comes in a Habano wrapper. It's a Nicaraguan other than the wrapper, and they label it as a Connecticut shade wrapper, so I'm not sure where it's from. There's the band saying La Zona. There is the density of the cigar. I don't know a lot more about the cigar at this time. There is a Habano version. We'll be reviewing it later. One interesting point, these cigars come in crates of 80 or bundles of 20. And the price point is somewhere floating around between $3 and $4 a stick, depending on what quantity you buy. So it's definitely a value priced cigar. But let's see how it is. Let's get right to it. Okay. Draw is very good. I will add, this is the only sample I have, so we'll be going on first impressions. Well, the first light up, you have what appears to be a very earthy flavor of a grapefruit. No sweetness really, just that grapefruit flavor, or very, very little sweetness, and earth and coffee. The pepper is about a 5 at this point. Of course, being early, it's hard to say what it's going to do. So I'm going to give it a chance to come into its own and settle down just a bit. The La Zona Connecticut, underway. Well, we're about maybe 3/4 of an inch in. I let it get that far before I made a accurate flavor assessment. Basically, it's about the same as it was before with some additions. You have the non-sweet grapefruit. You do have some leather in there. There's still the earthiness, and there are light notes of cream. The pepper, like I said, is about a 5. The finish is sort of a toasted cream, maybe with some roasted nuts. Very little lingering pepper, but some. Definitely mild. It may reach mild to medium here before long, but evidently, Eric wanted a milder cigar to go along. He has a lot of powerhouse cigars, as we know. This is to the other end of the spectrum, and it's quite mild. Very light in flavor. The flavors are very light. You don't get anything jumping out at you. So it's very light on the flavors I've described, and rather mild, which is shocking for his cigars. So there we have it at about 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch so far. Well, as you can see, I'm a couple inches in, really pretty much at the midpoint, and the flavor intensity is picked up somewhat. The grapefruit citrus, which is your primary flavor, now has a little cedar mixed with it. Still not any sweetness there, and definitely not any richness, which is something I really like. Subtle cream notes. The leather is still backing all of that, along with the coffee. The earth notes have pretty much decreased quite a bit. Now the finish is one pretty much a straight cream and just a touch of lingering pepper. The pepper may have intensified to about a 6, but it doesn't appear to be getting to the point where, again, a lot of Eric's other cigars usually reach. So flavor scale, it's ticked up a bit. Still around the mild to medium at this point. So we're pretty much at the midpoint, and that's where we are at this stage. Well, folks, we are down to the end, so I'm going to wrap it up. This is a fast burning cigar. At this point, I am just shy of 1 hour. So call it 1 hour by the time you get through with this. 1 hour, that's it. The Robusto is 1 hour smoke. The flavors remained just like they were before. I never got any sweetness or richness. The flavors themselves are good, but the lack of sweetness is going to affect the score, and then no richness affects it more. As you know, if you look back at my review from the Espinosa back in August, the Robusto there, it got a score of 92. Great cigar. Very, very, very good. This cigar is just another animal. It's a different animal entirely. It's extremely mild. It still stayed mild to medium. It never got above that. So if you need a morning cigar to go along with your coffee, if you are afraid of Espinosa cigars because they're too full-bodied, try this. It's not. This is a good way to get into the Espinosa cigars without being overwhelmed. For me, it was just too mild, and the lack of sweetness and richness was just not good for me. So for that reason, the Espinosa, the La Zona by Espinosa Connecticut Robusto gets a score of 84. Now, I realize that Eric will probably see this video and think the worst, but it's just too mild for me. And his other cigars are just more along my line. Medium to full bodied is my thing. And the sweetness and richness, come on, is a plus. You got to have that. But if you like mild and you like a morning cigar, maybe something to go along with coffee, try this. It might do it for you. So there you have it. The La Zona Connecticut Robusto 84.